carefully selected top 3 news making the rounds in Nigeria as of today, and I'll be giving my own thoughts and blunt analysis on each and every one of these news. So stick around to the end of the video, hit the subscribe button, and let's get going. First and foremost is the return of the former Abia State Governor Orji Kalu's return to the plenary as a senator and the chief whip of National Assembly after spending 6 months in jail as a result of his conviction of fraud worth billions of naira while in office as a governor. He was supposed to spend 12 years in jail. Boom, he spent 6 months and is out, bailed, and returned back to the National Assembly. Isn't it wonderful that in Nigeria, after long process of your case in the front of a jury, and they have decided to convict you and send you to jail for 12 years because you were guilty of a crime of fraud, you can actually be bailed and return back to your privileges even before you even spend your first year in jail because you are a political figure. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't it wonderful that as a political figure, you can actually get away with anything in Nigeria if you know the right people that will get you out? And this explains the reason why people have lost confidence in our judicial process in Nigeria, because if you know the right people, you can get away with anything. And this brings to mind the case of a senator who physically abused a woman in a mall. At the end of the day, the case was swept under the carpet and nothing came out of that case till this very moment. So it's not a surprise that Orji Kalu returned back to Senate after spending 6 months instead of 12 years in jail. Secondly is that National Youth and Service Corps has decided to reopen its camp to youth service members so that they can continue their training that will lead to them being posted to different parts of the country to serve. Basically, they are considering reopening in the midst of pandemic, and initially when this pandemic started, they were have to shut down their camps and release all these guys back to their bases, to their states, basically. But now they are saying they want to consider bringing all these guys back from different parts of the country, which will mean that interstate lockdown will be lifted just because of these guys, or they will basically lift the ban on interstate lockdown and generally everybody will move around in the midst of a pandemic. That now our active cases is over 10,000 cases. Active cases, we've recorded over almost 14,000 cases right now, and hundreds of people have died already. And now we are considering bringing people from different parts of the country together to camp together, do things together, and there will be little or no social distancing rule enforced whatsoever. So I don't know why they want to do this, but it is in the news. And lastly is the insurgency in the northeast. Borno, Yobe, Adamawa, Sokoto, Katsina, Kaduna have been experiencing huge insurgency, and there have been lots of killings in this part of the country for years now. For over a decade, we have been experiencing killings, terrorist attacks, kidnapping, abductions of schoolgirls, a lot of security issues in that part of the country. And you'll be wondering, do we really have a government in this country that they cannot fight a gang? This is just a security threat that is within our territory, and we have been fighting this war for over a decade now, and yet we've been having recurrent attacks on a daily basis. As of yesterday, 81 people is said to have been killed by Boko Haram terrorists, and they actually abducted the village head and carted away over 400 cows on broad daylight, unchallenged by any of our security agencies. And what does that tell you? Nigeria is not serious yet when it comes to security. Nigeria is not serious. They are still playing politics with people's lives. Period. Anyways, that is top 3 news for you. Do you have any other news that you like to talk about, or you want to give your comment based on my analysis of today's news update? Please feel free to drop your comments in the section down below. I'm a political influencer. I'm passionate about making sure that politics is geared towards the best interest of the people. If that sounds interesting to you, hit the subscribe button, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Peace.